Hey guys, before we get started, I want to say sorry to everyone who didn't get their favorite character. They will come eventually because I have all these stories are around probably more than 10 chapters. So, yeah, this one is around 20 chapters. So, you'll get your character and I'll make another poll this time with I almost said Genya. Gome. I keep forgetting his name, but this time with Gome because I know a lot of people like him and I just couldn't fit him, okay? He's too big. But the first chapter is just like some backstory and yada yada about your breathing style, and that's kind of really it. So I hope you guys understand, and let's get going. Alongside my brother, Sabito, and Makimo, we fought our way through the final selection. I have learned and mastered all the water breathing techniques, and I don't think anything bad would happen until we met that hand demon. With my very own eyes, I saw my brother almost get killed. But Sabito wouldn't let that happen. I decided to join the fight, slicing as many possible hands. How many damn hands does this guy have? I used... I'm gonna butcher the name, but the person that, Udoraki-san's training, water breathing tent form, constant flux. With a second, I cut most of the demon's hands, but my brother was nowhere to be found. Don't tell me he's hiding. I kept fighting it off until I heard a squishing sound. I wasn't able to pay attention to my surroundings. Anxiety. I quickly turned around, and my eyes wide. Makima! Sabito! Both of them were killed by the hand demon, and I didn't even know where my own brother was. There was no time for grieving unless I wanted to be killed. I fled and didn't look back. My brother would be fine on his own, right? Was he even thinking of me? Ever since we were young, he'd just ignore me or treat me as a random person from the streets. Oni-chan, can you help me with my technique? He looked at me with emptiness in his eyes and walked away. At first, I brushed it off, but when it happened continuously, I assumed it wasn't too important to him. As the days went by, the final selection was over. If I had to be honest, because I hadn't seen my brother at all, I thought he was dead. But as I walked into the wisteria flowers, I saw a glimpse of his spiky black hair. Wow, he didn't die. They introduced us to a new demon slayers, gave us crows, and let us choose a rock. Oh, stone material. Honey-chan, I'm so glad you're alive. I ran up to him, but I received a punch to the ground instead.
Why didn't you save them? Weren't you supposed to be the stronger sibling? Don't follow me.
Berated by these questions, my eyes started to tear, as well as his. My crow landed on my shoulder, and we both watched as my brother walked away. I'd have decided to name my crow Atlas. I'd hope he'd at least keep me company if my brother wasn't. I was currently traveling along and learned total concentration. If I had to be honest, it wasn't that hard. Man, I must be like one of those kid prodigies. I'm so young and skilled. Nah, what am I saying? Being lonely really makes me weird conversations with myself. Shortly after, I encountered a demon. I kept thinking about why this demon is horrendous. If I was a demon, man, I'd actually look hot. I used my breathing, water breathing, third form, flowing dance. Instantly, I killed the demon, but there was something wrong with my sword. The water had turned into ice? Huh? What the hell? I couldn't break the ice connecting my sword to the ground. For a few minutes, I just stood there thinking how I could get my damn sword without breaking it. It was too much of a hassle to get a brand new one. Plus, I don't think my swordsmith would be very happy about it. I came to the conclusion to kick it. It wasn't the best choice, but what else can I do? Multiple times I took it and finally got to break it off. But I may need to patch up my foot afterwards. Man, I forgot how sharp these blades can be, actually. I spent the next few months perfecting and practicing my new breathing style, ice breathing. So much work just for a new breathing style, but if that makes me cooler than Kyo, I'm all for it. I wrote down what moves were so I could actually memorize them. Ice breathing forms. First form, frostbite. Second form, ice statue. Third form, freezing point. Fourth form, striking ice. Fifth form, water from icy mountains. Sixth form, the first snowfall. Seventh form, ice skating. Damn, how am I going to memorize all of this? It really wasn't easy creating your own breathing style, but how they did it back then? I decided to train more as the days went on, perfecting my moves and new breathing techniques, hitting trees, encountering more demons, and having to hunt for my food. I really was living like a wild animal, but occasionally I get my weekly paycheck. Money! Life was good until I encountered a demon. Upper 6. A made up one, of course. I killed it with ease. I wish I actually struggled for the first time in a while. I hadn't caught his name. Was it, I don't bother. You really are lonelier and a brother to everyone you meet. I mean, I can't deny that. Ice breathing, first form, frostbite. He got surrendered by the cold mist and inhaled this no biggity. There's a chance that his organs would freeze, so I tried to end his misery, but he was an upper moon after all. You bitch, you really had that up your sleeve, he said, clearly suffering. Well, I tried to help him die, but I guess he wants to be in pain. Once again, I continued slashing him. His legs were cut off and his arms were so. This guy really wanted to die. Touchy, 'cause I wasn't planning on either. Ice breathing 8 form. Ice serpent. What the hell was that? Did I really just create that now? This giant monster formed from my sword, guiding me to the demon's neck. And that instant, I slashed his neck, causing him to purse in the wind. Now I have to write that down. Yen Tokita, please report to the headquarters immediately. Atlas screeched out. Okay, lead the way. How the hell did they find me out so quickly? At the headquarters, Master was there waiting for me with a bunch of people who I think were Hashira. When was my brother here? He really became a Hashira? Damn. The people were looking at me, and I mean intensely. The master suddenly spoke up and everyone quickly turned their attention, obeying. For today's Hashira meeting, I'd like to welcome someone. This is Yin Tokita, the water pillar's sister. As of today, a new pillar will be amongst all of you. I sat there dumbfounded. Me? A pillar? 'Cause I killed one measly upper rank that was making fun of me? Once again, the attention went back on me, but I looked at my brother. His head was turned to the other direction. Jeez. And here I thought I would miss my brother. I guess we still have some bad blood from our past. Over the year, like 2 years, I've been along and wondering, why did he ignore me? But am I 12 now? Shit. I forgot to thank the master. I slightly bowed to him. I greatly appreciate the offer, master. I will fulfill my duties to my best. He nodded his head and signed the session to be over. I knew now that I have to introduce myself. So, how old are you? A pink-haired lady asked me. She looks pretty flamboyant to me. An unweirdly flamboyant dress guy said. Guys, don't bother her. Butterfly girl? Man, everyone has a style. Huh? Who's this bitch? Crazy-ass white-haired male yelled. Some long-haired boy mumbled. He seems like he's young. And he's cute, too. Oh, well, it's just another guy who I randomly think is cute. What's your breathing style? Why does this guy look like his hair is made up of flames? The other 3 just stared at me. Well, not my brother. He, for some reason, won't dare to look at me. I finally had the chance to speak. Hi, my name is Yen Tokita, and I'm the new ice pillar. Man, this was awkward. Oh, and I'm currently 12 years old. I think, at least. I saw their eyes widen in surprise and look over at that cute-looking guy, then at me, him, and then me again. What is it with these child prodigies? I think the man named Iguro-san, if I recall from earlier, spoke. Sure, I didn't have that bad of a past, just some trauma from my brother. But even if I was so-called child prodigy, I was far from any true potential. These pillars are probably all stronger than me. I took time to talk with each pillar individually. Well, except for two. I wrote them down in my notebook so I didn't forget. Mitsuri-san, Iguro-san, Shinagawa-san, Himijima-san, Shinobu-san. That left just two, my brother and the mist pillar. I didn't want to bother my brother, so I went up to the other pillar. Hey, I'm assuming you're Tokito-san, right? He nods his head and looks back up at the sky. Okay then, I'm Yen Tokita. But since you're the same age, you can call me Yen. Muichiro. He stared into my eyes. Oh my god, don't blush. You literally just put this dude. I smiled and looked to my brother. I started walking towards him to tap him on the shoulder, but I got pushed, just like the last time I met him in final selection. My memory of that day came back, and I touched my head and stared with wide eyes. An audible gasp came from the other Hashira. I felt someone tap me and offer a hand. Thanks, Michiru-san. My face lined up as if nothing happened. Thanks, Michiru-san. I looked at her, pulling her up. They were siblings, I think. I don't remember. I patted her head, and I could feel my lips wanting to smile back, but I didn't. She has this smiley aura that surrounds her. It makes me just want to smile, huh? I watched her get back up and attempt to talk with her brother again. Leave me alone. Those words came from what I think his name is, Gi-san's mouth? You can easily tell Yin was hurt. But these words... But she continued smiling. Why?